Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and allow for an open dialogue. Attendance today at the Helping Parents Heal meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning from and sharing with other parents whose child has passed away. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. However, these Zoom meetings are very helpful to parents all around the world and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members who are not able to attend live can also watch. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. And yes, I see everyone is posting in the chat. Let us know if you're an affiliate leader, a caring listener, and where you are from. Okay, I'm going to introduce Pauline and then turn the meeting over to her. It's a very short bio. Pauline writes, I have been touched with the gift of clairvoyance since the age of 12. My psychic abilities have developed further over the years, and I am now working as an international clairvoyant and medium. I travel around Great Britain and Europe giving private readings and spiritual healing. My work also involves offering spiritual teaching. My greatest pleasure is witnessing the joy on people's faces after offering guidance and delivering messages from their loved ones in spirit to help people on their journeys through life. Okay, well, thank you for being here, Pauline, and I will turn it over to you and just let us know what you need from us.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's good evening for me and welcome to everybody here tonight. I work as it comes in, so I've already started to make some notes of people that have come to visit me before we start. Sometimes I'll work direct, but I will just, when the children, youngsters, young men come forward, then I'll just give it out. And the first one I got was a name like Gary. And he was not a young person. I probably want to say into my 20s, quite quiet and very subdued. That's the feeling I got from him. And he talks about people didn't really understand him. If I've got the name wrong, and you can just go on the evidence that I'm giving you here, I do feel that he took his own life. And I do feel that there was very little lead up to it. I just feel he was distant to his family. But I want him with brownish coloured hair, got a beautiful smile as he turns and looks at me. Very, very expressive. Now, does anybody understand that so far? If you leave the name, that might just be a link name for me.
If you can take any of these validations, please type in the chat for us.
So I definitely feel it was a suicide, but he's not a youngster, so he could be 20, 27, somewhere around there. But this light brown college cut hair, I feel he was quite clever, quite good looking lad as well.
We have Krista.
Krista, can you take the name? Can you put that in the chat for us, please? Kathy, you want to look for?
I found Krista. We also have Blanca, says sounds like my son, but not that name. Krista also says sounds like the son, but sounds like her son, but not the same name.
Okay, that's fine. Forget that name, but I just need to connect to him. And would they both understand that this was a suicide?
We have more coming in saying that they understand it as well.
Right. It definitely is a suicide. He's making me sit like this, so I feel he would have sat like that, and that's the look I get as he's coming in. This brownish hair, very clean cut, and a beautiful smile, beautiful smile. He feels totally tormented inside, but I don't feel he really showed it. I feel he was quite a quiet, reserved person, but then I hear him laugh. So I feel there were two sides to him. So who understands all of it?
I think everyone, we have a few people, but not the name. And I think I told you earlier, I do think I know someone who isn't on the meeting, but does have the name.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna just take that name away. Doesn't have to be their name. It could be a name in the family or a friend's name. So I just need to get him connected because he's laughing at me now, and I do feel there was smoking around him as well. Although as soon as I've said it, he's taken it out and stubbed it out. So whether he tried to stop smoking, but there was smoking. So does that eliminate? Does that take a few more out?
If you could put that in the chat, please. Those of you that have taken these other validations. So someone's saying she was smoking then, but she has stopped since then.
Right. Okay.
Someone says she was going to call her son Gary, but she changed his name and his name is Scott.
Right. Now that feels quite strong as soon as that you hit me with that.
Okay. Can you?
Does she understand everything else?
I believe so. Kathy, do you want to look for Kelly?
I found her and asked her to unmute.
Okay. Kelly, can you talk so we can see?
Hello?
Hi, Kelly. I can't see you, but
It's actually Ruth. I'm on my daughter-in-law's Zoom.
I'm sorry, Kelly?
My name's actually Ruth, but I'm on Kelly's Zoom.
oh, you're on Kelly's Zoom. Okay, Ruth, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, do you understand?
yeah, I can.
Right, so let me just run through it again. This
Yeah.
lightish brownish hair, very neat, very serious, but there was a happy side to him. This was a suicide. I don't feel he was a youngster. I want to be in my 20s. I feel I was quite clever.
Yeah,
But he just feels as if he didn't fit into life and society. That's what he's saying to me.
yeah, yes,
You understand all of that?
yes.
Okay, so can I work with you, please?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Right. As he comes closer to me, he talks about doing things differently. And have you felt in your heart that if you'd have done things differently, this wouldn't have happened? Because he doesn't want you to feel like that.
Yeah, I did at first. When it first happened, I did, yes.
Right, okay. Let all that go, he said, because he's here today, because there has to be some sort of a celebration, because they always come for a celebration. So do we have an anniversary or a birthday coming up? Not necessarily his, around the family.
Yeah, his brother's.
It's his brother's birthday, is it?
It's his brother's birthday, yeah.
Can you say that again to me? His brother's
Birthday on Saturday.
his brother's birthday on Saturday, so that's fabulous validation of it.
Yeah.
I see him with pencils. So did he do anything with pencils? Did he work with pencils? I just see him sketching and drawing and fiddling about. Did he doodle?
It was, yeah, it was just, he used to just doodle and fidget.
Okay, all right. He says he was quite a loner, in as much as he didn't share his thoughts with people.
Yeah, he did feel alone. He wasn't alone, but that's the way he used to feel inside.
Yeah, he certainly does. But he doesn't feel like that now, and he wants you to know he's happy.
Yeah.
And I feel that some of his clothes are still with the family. Somebody's wearing his clothes.
Yeah, we've still got all his clothes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, did he win any cups or shields or medals for anything at school?
He did football, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. He shows me that as well. And comes in with a lot of care. There was a lot of warmth to him. There was
Yeah.
barriers down. There was a lot of warmth, and he comes with so much love for the whole of the family. And if you could say that he's come to wish a happy birthday as well, which is fabulous. And
Oh,
you have a picture of him. He's telling me, and the picture is his eyes follow you everywhere.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, whenever you look at that picture, he's looking at you. But he's
Yeah.
looking at you anyway. So I'm going to leave that love with you. So much love. I don't know if this is him or the next one coming in. I'm just going to ask you, was there something he wore around his neck, a St. Christopher or something like that?
No.
Right, then that's for
No.
somebody else then. So
Yeah.
bless you. Thank you very
Right.
much. Thank
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, the next one I got was a baby, a little baby, and I feel the baby was choking, and I'm watching it, not being able to get its breath, and I feel that for us we'd be calling the 999. I feel the emergency services were brought out for this little one, but unfortunately this little one lost her life. It's a little girl I'm looking at here. So I need somebody that would understand a small baby, probably, I don't know whether it's as much as 3 months old, but she's choking. It was something that was making her choke.
Okay, if anybody can take any of those validations, please type in the chat for us. I see Ramona said that she had a baby girl pass. Ramona, was there any choking involved? She said she had trouble breathing.
Breathing. The child's blue. I didn't really want to say that, but the child's blue.
Okay. Do you feel that you want us to ask Ramona to come on? Kathy, can you look for Ramona?
Is there anybody else that understands it?
No one has put anything else in the chat so far.
She passed when she was 1 month. She's just popped up here. Okay. Yeah, I'll let me talk to her. I've never had kids, so it's very hard for me to judge ages when they're tiny. But she's little. She's a little baby. Yes, can I talk to you?
Hi, yes. We actually spoke before.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. I had a private reading with you a
Oh,
couple of months ago.
okay. And you understand that she was she taken into hospital?
Yeah, she never left the hospital
Yeah.
since she was born. Yeah.
And it was, I just saw her not being able to breathe. Well, for her to come back again, that's pretty amazing. So let me just sort of have a talk to her and see what she wants to say. And you know, she so much wanted to be part of this family. You have to know that. You have to know that. And you must have thought that you must have thought to yourself, did I do something in the pregnancy that would have made this happen?
Yes.
Well, you didn't. Nothing at all. These were natural causes, in as much as I do feel it's the throat and going down into the chest area that the problem was at. And
Yeah.
she's sitting up laughing at me now, and the sweetest, dearest little thing. And she says that you have a memory box with her things in.
I do. It's in my room.
And she says that you open it and touch it, and you still cry fresh tears on the things that are in this box. And do you have a little comb in that box? Is there a little something would you have put a comb in there?
No, I don't.
Because she shows me a baby's comb, a little baby's comb. But if you don't understand it, then I feel there was definitely a comb or something connecting to her. But she's squealing with delight, absolutely squealing with delight. And she says the word twins. So do you have twins, or are there any twins around?
No.
Right, okay. I can't take that back from her because she wants to say that, twins. Was there another baby born after this?
No.
Okay.
She has 2 sisters. Maybe that's what it is.
Are they close together?
No.
Right. Then I'm not too sure about that, but but exactly what I've said. I just saw her. She just came in. She couldn't breathe. She fought to live. But I feel the main validation there is this little box that you open and look at, and you continue to do so. And pictures.
Yeah.
There's pictures of her too.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're right here
Yeah.
in front of me.
There's pictures of her.
This is actually the third time she came to you. So
My
the
God.
last gallery reading you did last month or 2 months ago, and then I had a private reading with you, and now this is the third time.
Do you know, I have no memory of this, because if I remembered everybody I work with, I wouldn't be able to
No,
work.
that's okay. That's okay. I'm just telling you so you know. She
That-
must like you.
She must like me. That's really really lovely. Okay, I'm going to leave her love with you. She talks about your journey since her passing has been really difficult for you, but you get your solace from the fact that you know that she's constantly coming to talk to you.
Yes, that's true.
That's good. I'm going to leave that with you then, and bless you, and thank you very much for allowing me to share her little life with you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
You're very welcome. All right. Now the next one that I had coming in, and I can still see her now. I want somebody here that would understand a daughter that would have had an eating disorder, and she comes in quite strongly. But I feel there were other complications that took her to the spirit world, and she talks about her mum, and her mum is crying, still crying, never got over it, and constantly thinking, why has this had to happen? And I don't know where this is coming from, but I've just had a name like Pat or Patrick jump in, so I don't know if that's connected with this daughter here or whether that's the next one, because I'm going to work with somebody with a boy next. So does anybody understand this eating disorder?
So we have an eating disorder, a female, the name Pat or Patrick connected. We have someone saying she has a daughter that had an eating disorder, but that's not how she passed.
No, I didn't say that. I knew there were I said there were other complications.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other complications that
Okay.
cause this to happen.
So far, just one person is saying that.
Right. Would you like me to work with that person?
Sure, Kathy, can you?
I've just asked her to unmute.
Okay.
Hello.
There's another one put something up here. Danielle, daughter had an eating disorder.
No Patrick. Okay.
Yeah, I have the Patrick name.
Which one has the Patrick name?
Lana?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And you understand the name of Patrick as a link
yes,
name?
I do.
Right. And she had an eating disorder, but there were other complications that took her to the spirit world.
Yes.
Thank you. That feels fine. Can I work with you, Lana?
Sure.
Right. Okay. As she comes in, she shows me herself when she had this eating disorder, and it was really quite bad. But before that happened, I feel she was a happy, jovial girl.
She was. She really was.
And quite well covered as well.
Yes.
She wasn't a skinny kid. She was quite well covered, because I can see her wanting to eat, and she's showing me chubby cheeks. But it was one word from somebody that pushed the switch that made her go into this. And she hid it for a long time from the family, because I feel she wore looser clothes so that you couldn't see. I feel she was constantly either exercising or running or trying to do things to burn off the calories. She hid her food, because I can see her taking it off the plate and hiding it.
Yes.
But the complications that came after that, I feel there was there something wrong with the immune system, with the breathing?
Yes.
Thank you.
She had.
So carry on.
Yeah, she had a lot of problems breathing, like asthma type things.
Absolutely. And it almost feels as if she had allergies to things. Suddenly there would be something else that would cause her a problem. And I feel she got she got a little bit better with this eating thing, but I don't feel she ever became a big girl again.
No, she was tiny.
And she had a little tiny face, and it's a beautiful little face. And when she was younger and well, she liked to dance. She did all sorts of things.
Yes.
She was very popular. She had a load of friends. In fact, she was a very pretty kid. Very pretty kid.
Yes.
Would you understand a link name of Chris?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. I've just heard that being shouted at me as well. But everything that leading up to this, she tells me she was good at sport and all that sort of thing.
Yes. Yes, she was.
And then after that, before that, she said before that I was quite happy, but then this thing in my mind, because one word from someone can turn you to make you feel like this, and it was almost if it stopped overnight, and I feel she used to love chocolate because I could see her eating the chocolate bars.
Yes.
But I do feel sometime during this period of time when she wouldn't eat, I do see her eating tiny bits of chocolate.
Right.
But she called Robin, but she showed me a robin, the bird robin. Now, I don't know if you get robins over there, but they're very spiritual birds. So can you link that to a bird that comes to your house or to where you live a lot?
Yes, I can.
You can, thank you. Because that's her way of showing you that she's around you. That's what she wants to say to you.
Okay.
And this big problem that she had, which would have caused and brought on other things, deterioration in her body.
Well, yeah, I don't know. She passed from suicide.
Okay. She never really accepted that people could like her for who she was. That was her biggest problem.
Yeah.
And she was loved by a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I just feel she climbed the hill, but she couldn't get that little bit further. She couldn't do it. But it comes down to, she says, blame. Nobody must blame themselves for this. This was her own choice. This was her own choice. Have you got a letter from her, or have you kept something that she wrote to you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that brings you great comfort. And I see you combing her hair. Did you actually take a piece of her hair?
I did.
Thank you. She shows me her things. She shows me all of her things, but I'm not sure that you've even done an awful lot with them already, whether they're still there.
Yeah, I've still got them all.
And you know, you mustn't be forced to do anything with them. I feel somebody's putting you under a little bit of pressure to do things with them, but you have to do it when you're ready.
Yeah.
You have to do it when you're ready. But I do feel that you've given things to people that were hers. Now, this St. Christopher that I saw when I was working with somebody else, do you understand a silver something on a chain?
Yeah.
You've got it on now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. She comes to, I don't know if you've tried to make people understand this eating disorder and how damaging it is, and whether you've tried to help people or do things to help people.
Yes, I have.
You have, thank you, because that gives her a great deal of comfort to know that you're reaching out to others. And this is the only thing that I can say, that she's really happy that you're doing that, because she couldn't bring herself to sit and talk about it because she was too upset. She loved life, she loved her body, everything about her, and then this one comment caused all these problems with her. But she just wants to tell you how much she loves you. A rose is important because she gives me a rose to give to you.
I just got her roses yesterday and put them on her grave.
Okay. Now I know your dates are different, but next Sunday for us is Mother's Day, and she just smiles, blows a kiss to you. So I'm going to leave that wonderful love with you, and you hold on to those things as long as you need to hold on to them, and that's important for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very, very much for working with me. All right. I've got a boy here now, young lad. I don't think he's particularly old. Probably, I don't know, in his teens, early teens, but he would have suffered with some form of hay fever, which would have given him some sort of asthma and stuff like that. He shows me himself with freckles as well, and with freckles normally comes sort of auburny coloured hair, and I can see that with him as well. I can see his genes on him, but he's really slight of frame. He hasn't got a lot of meat of him, but I just do feel that it was the asthma. It's the asthma that would have caused him to have lost his life, a really, really bad asthma attack.
If anybody can take any of that, please put it in the chat. A young boy, hay fever, asthma. Pauline described him having freckles, a slight frame, but it was the asthma that caused his passing. Okay, you don't see anything yet? No one's responding, Pauline.
Okay. Does anybody understand any part of it? Because he's still here, but I see it with sort of light auburny colour, sort of. I don't know whether I want to say like a sun-kissed gold hair, that type of look, but definitely the freckles, a bit of a fringe here as well. But it's this. I can hear him breathing asthma, so he would have been affected by the seasons with hay fever, because I've written he got hay fever. Nobody at all understands that.
So Amber has responded. I don't know if you want to read that, Pauline. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, Amber to everyone. Teenager, freckles, fringe. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I've asked her to unmute.
Unmute Amber. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Hi, Amber. So how much of that do you understand? The freckles?
Absolutely freckled, light brown hair that looked sun-kissed. His hair, he had curly sort of.
Yeah.
As he got older, it was a little wild,
Yeah.
very slender, certainly very slender at the time of his death.
Yeah.
I never knew asthma was an issue, but it came up on his autopsy, but it was not the cause of death.
Right.
It contributed.
It contributed. Okay. Was there any problems there with this lad's heart?
Not that I know of.
Right, because I'm seeing an enlarged heart, but and I'm just feeling that is to do with the breathing. And did he have hay fever?
Not that I ever knew of.
Right. Okay. That felt quite strong, but you've described him exactly as I can see him. He stood here with me, and he would have worn these jeans he's got on are quite loose on him, and they're sort of like a light blue coloured jean, and all his clothes are quite loose on him.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. But I'm feeling this passing came quite quickly.
Yes.
And he was gone as quick as anything, but I do feel they tried to work on him.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
And I can see defibs on him and all that sort of stuff, and oxygen going on him.
Yes.
So for defibrillators to be on him would take me to the heart. That would take me to the heart, but it's as if he can't breathe. That's the main feeling I get here. But he's given you today this feeling so that he can come through here and say that he did have a good life. He did have fun. He could run around. He did play with the kids, and he said I was a little devil at times.
Yeah.
That I was an absolute little devil. Do you pickle onions, or what is it you've got in a jar that's pickled?
I don't. No, I'm not sure.
Okay. In our English fish and chip shops, we have pickled onions on the counter. Did he like that sort of stuff?
Hmm, He was pretty adventurous with his eating, but not in particular. That doesn't jump
Right.
out at me.
Just something. They look like hard-boiled eggs as well. But I can see him lighting a fire. So did he camp? Did they do all that sort of stuff?
We had a fire pit in the backyard, and he would sit out there.
He would sit with the fire pit. Okay. I want quite a love of animals because I can see him looking at animals now as well.
Yes. Mhm.
He was clever. He was clever, but he didn't use it as he should have done.
Absolutely true.
He was too busy having a good time, he tells me.
True.
I see a bicycle there, and I feel that he could. I don't know whether he could do tricks on his bikes, but he certainly isn't just pedaling it like an ordinary bicycle.
Not too often. He was weird with wheels. He was a little not the most coordinated.
No, he tells me he's an absolute little devil, a little devil. And he would have, when he went to bed at night, he's got a torch and he's under the bedclothes, probably doing things he shouldn't be doing, reading or when he's supposed to be going to sleep.
Yeah, I could see that.
But then he said, a typical boy. I've said to him, did you ever get dirty? And he's turned around, he's got mud all over his face now. So I feel he was into everything. Did he fish, or did somebody have a fish tank?
It's funny, I was just looking at a picture of him holding a fish the other day. We had friends that would go fishing all the time, and he would try it out. It wasn't like a big thing, but he did enjoy it when he did it.
He did do it. He definitely did do it. Okay. And did anybody in the family shoot? Was there
Oh yes, yep. He loved to shoot, and his grandfather is a retired police officer and used to take, whenever we went to see the grandparents, he would take him to shoot.
You would take him to shoot, because it's almost as if his little body couldn't really hold this thing, but he loved it. He said, I loved it, absolutely loved it. He liked loud noises, but even though he's got headphones on, I feel he liked loud noises. He was in a little world of his own, and sometimes you'd talk to him and he wouldn't hear you because he was too busy doing his own thing.
True.
But again, they're all coming in with so much love. And do you have snow where you are? Because he's showing me snowballs.
Yeah, it's still hanging on. We had a lot this winter. Yes.
Right. Okay. So he's showing me snowballs. But I want sport connected to snow as well.
Sport, you said?
Yeah, like skiing or stuff like that. Did he go skiing?
Definitely not a sport kid.
And he never went skiing?
No.
Did anybody in the family ski?
No, but his girlfriend that he left behind was a big skier and wanted to get him up on the mountain all the time.
Okay, there's definitely just a connection there with skiing as well. I just do see that.
He's probably watching over her because she goes every weekend.
Okay. He said, I was not wild, but I lived on the wild side. So he's not really admitting to it, but he lived his life to the full. But I can see him rushing about all over the place. This isn't a kid that just sat still. He embraced life, is what he wants to say to me. He embraced life. He shows me a red book. Is this a Bible or a special book of his?
Red book.
It's like,
I found an empty sketchbook that was bound in red in his closet.
Right. Okay. That'll do. He just smacked it down on the table in front of me. And you've got, Amber, a decision to make. Is it about a car or something you're going to buy?
No.
Was there a decision about buying something a while back?
Decision about buying something.
I feel it was a car or some form of transport.
No.
Right. Okay.
I mean, he and I talked about getting him a car.
Right.
Before he passed.
Yes. Thank you. That's
Okay, sure, sure.
Yeah. But whatever it is in life, he just wants to say to you, don't miss opportunities. Don't miss opportunities, because, you know, I always say to people, live your life. We're not here long. We really aren't. And life is fragile, but the life he had was good. I do have to say that to you.
Oh, thank you.
His life was really good, and such a lot of love he comes with. So I'm going to leave that love with you, and bless you, and thank you very much for working
Thank
with me.
you.
Thank you. Great. All right. So now I do need to have somebody here that would understand skiing, but I need a youngster here that would have skied, and I want a boy. I want a boy that would have skied, or the family skied.
So when you say youngster, you mean a young teenager or young?
Yeah,
or-
a young teenager, 12, 15, no more than that. And I want some kind of a holiday home or somewhere they would have stayed on a skiing resort.
Okay. So can anyone take that? All right, we have a couple people talking about skiing, Pauline, if you want to.
Okay.
Do you feel the skiing resulted in his passing, or?
I'm seeing an accident on the skis that would have caused complications and would have caused his passing.
Okay, so Michelle writes, I think it says in skiing that resulted in his death. So I'm not sure if she's saying that he had an accident.
Michelle
Michelle?
Henderson is saying, yes, 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 this is my son.
Okay, so
So
Michelle.
where's Michelle? Let me see you, Michelle.
I'm finding her.
Thank you.
Okay, I've asked her to unmute.
Hi there. Thank you. I know like my son is here. It's like he's answering all like this. A lot of these other two boys have been my son too. And it's just, and then you mentioned skiing a while ago and I'm like, no, that's resulted ultimately in his death. He had a skiing accident in February of last year and he had to have a knee operation. The doctor gave him oxycodone. He became addicted to it, went to a drug dealer that had fentanyl, and he took that and he died.
Right, okay. And a good-looking boy?
Oh, very handsome. Very, very, very handsome.
Very good-looking boy. But that skiing accident, I feel he was quite good on the skis.
Yeah, he was doing tricks in the air, you know, going off the little loops and spinning, doing flips in the air.
Yeah, he was good at skiing. That's really sad. That's really sad. He didn't show me that. He just showed me the skiing accident, which would have been the result of him going on to something further. But I feel that he hid this from you.
Hid what from me?
That he was taking stuff.
Well, well, he did. Yes, he did. He went to his dad's house and his dad didn't tell me that he was now like addicted to the medication that the doctor gave him. So
Yeah.
yes, he did hide that to me until it was too late. And then I chased him down and had him arrested and then put him in rehab. And then he died the day after he got out of rehab. And it all happened from like February until May. It
Yeah.
was really sudden.
The really sad thing about this, all the time he was in rehab, he was secured, but the minute it was this craving that he's telling me, this craving that he felt, it gave him a feeling of a high where he had no worries, no problems, no nothing. But each time he came down from it, it got worse. So this was this continuing rolling of the wheel around him. But he realizes now that has this been looked into?
Oh, yes, I gave his phone to the DEA. And that day that he overdosed, because after he left the world, 3
Yeah.
days later, but that day I gave the phone to the DEA, and they caught the dealer immediately. He's in jail. He's going to jail for at least about anywhere from 10 to 20 years. He hasn't had his trial yet.
Yeah.
And then I just helped catch another drug dealer because of him,
Mm.
because of that cell phone. Yeah.
Okay. He obviously has regrets, huge regrets, because his life was good. He had everything he wanted. You gave him everything he wanted within reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried, and when they get hooked on this stuff, it's really quite sad, because it doesn't matter what they see or what's in front of them. All they see is the final goal of what they want. And he just comes in and just to say, try and remember the good times with him, the good times. But he tells me he's giving you signs that he's moving stuff. There's music that comes on. There's all sorts of things going on.
Oh, he's powerful. Last night he came in while I was doing a Zoom call with my past life regression therapist, and he came in, you heard his voice, and he distorted the whole screen. It was really cool.
He's very good. He's very good at moving things as well. And if a door's shut, he'll push it. He's very good. He's very good at that sort of stuff.
I have a whole book of really amazing stuff that I'm writing every day. Now he writes through me in the words of really great wisdom as well. So
that's fabulous. And I can only say to you that he's okay now. He is okay now. And to learn, for him to have learned from that. And I do feel that when this sort of thing happens, they do go on to learn. But so much to live for. But he said, you must understand this wasn't your fault.
I know. Thank you.
And that you're to carry on. And I know there's loads of memories of him, because he's making me laugh, of people that would have shared funny things with you that he got up to. Very, very popular lad, very popular. I see him with dirty hands. Did he mess about with bikes or anything to do with bikes?
Well, he rode a unicycle, and he mountain biked on the unicycle, but he also worked on a truck, and he always had really dirty hands. He worked on tractors. He always had dirty hands.
Right, dirty hands. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do me. Okay, I'm gonna leave his love with you. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming forward for him. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I need a girl now, and she would have had hair. Not quite as dark as mine, but long hair like mine. And she would have lived quite a normal, happy life. And then suddenly she became unwell. And she had to have hospital appointments. But it feels like it was a tumour. It feels like there was a tumour, and they couldn't find it to start with, and they kept treating her with different medication that wasn't right for her. But this tumour got hold of her, and unfortunately she would have lost her life to it. So I'm feeling I want to put the tumour to a cancerous tumour, but she was living a perfectly normal, happy life. And then suddenly, and I see her holding her stomach area as well. So I want somewhere around that stomach area. And I'm hearing the words inoperable, whether they tried to, whether they opened her up. But she's a daughter, obviously, for somebody here tonight. And this would have gone on. She says 6 months. I don't know if it went on that long that she was poorly. But she was a very happy girl, very, very beautiful again, and lots of friends, very, very popular. And she talks of, is it a pageant or is it the other thing? But I'm going to give that out for now till I can work with her. And I feel there's pictures of her. I don't know if she went in for any competitions, but I'm seeing a very, very beautiful young girl looking at me here. So can anybody understand her?
So we have a female with long dark hair, illness, tumor, possible misdiagnosis caused her passing by cancer, and everything, Pauline, other than the dark hair is my daughter, but I don't, I can't take the dark hair.
Okay. Does anybody else understand this?
Anyone else here that had a daughter that passed by cancer? There was a tumor, misdiagnosis, or didn't find, passing ultimately by cancer. Okay. Priscilla saying it could be my daughter. Priscilla, did your daughter pass from cancer? Was it a tumor? Okay, I don't know if you want to look. Pauline Van is saying misdiagnosis, not cancer. Cindy, my daughter, not long dark hair. Priscilla is saying yes to lymphoma. So should we ask Priscilla to come on?
Okay. But Irene, keep listening because I feel a really strong pull there.
I've asked Priscilla to unmute.
Hello.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi.
You understand everything I said?
Yeah, she had long dark hair.
Very pretty girl.
Very pretty.
Did she go in pageants or do anything like that?
No, she didn't, but everywhere she went, people used to tell her, you could have been a model.
Right. Very, very, very pretty. Would she have liked sparkly things?
Yes.
Glittery tops, sparkly things, because I'm just seeing, I don't want to say glamour because that's probably the wrong word for her, but she had a face that lit up a room when she walked in. People would turn and stare at her.
Oh, definitely, yes.
And was it misdiagnosed? Did they miss it?
I think they did because she had testing done 2 years before she passed, and they assured that it wasn't cancer. But she also had an illness at a young age, so it kind of mimicked the same symptoms that she would have had with the cancer.
Okay. And if I tell you that she lost her energy because she suddenly feels completely depleted of everything.
Yeah. She had no energy.
No energy at all. And the 6 months, where does that come into it?
6 months. I'm not sure because I know she was not feeling good for a while, but by the time we got her into the hospital and stuff, she passed within a month.
She passed within a month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see what else I can get on her. And was this in the stomach, chest area, low stomach to chest?
She had it in her lungs.
Okay. But would it have also have traveled? Because I don't feel it was isolated in one place. I feel it was just too far gone. There was too much of it. They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it was in her brain also.
Okay, all right. But as she bounces in and she's bouncing in, I have to say this to you now, and I can see her in long white socks. I don't know if she ever wore long white socks.
She wear long white socks? She did sometimes, yeah.
Long white socks. I just see it. She's dressed herself up and she's put like round rings on her cheeks, almost as if she wanted to go into a pantomime and have some fun. Tied her hair up in bunches. She went from a little girl to a woman, and that was her life. That's how she could be. She loved her room, she's telling me. Did you have lots of stuff in this room?
Oh yeah.
And lots of, I want sort of smelly stuff, lipsticks, makeup, typical girls things, brushes, things to do my hair with, constantly doing her hair in different styles.
Yeah, she does. She has so much stuff.
And did she have somebody that was stalking her? Was there a boy that wouldn't leave her alone as well?
Yeah, she had a few.
Right. She talks about that. Okay.
Paul.
Is there something coming up in the family? I'm not sure if I'm seeing a wedding or something, a celebration. Something's coming up, she's telling me.
It could be a few things. Her passing was this month. A wedding. Her brother was supposed to get married, but it got postponed because of what happened.
That's fine, because I saw a wedding. I did see a wedding. All right. But she says that she tried not to let people see the pain she was in, but they couldn't seem to get the pain control sorted out with her.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it sorted out. And she said, I didn't like to keep telling them because they were doing the best they could. And I feel that when she slipped to the other world, it was quite peaceful. It feels almost as if she was comatose and gone. In England, we have things called drivers. Did she have a driver fitted? And a driver is like a PICC line in, and it's constantly pushing morphine in to stop the pain.
Yes.
She had a PICC line fitted.
Mm-hmm.
And she's messing about with her hair. Did her hair thin?
It didn't get too bad, no.
Okay.
They had a few they had a shaver,
Right.
had a few spots.
That's fine, because she just said her hair thinned.
Mhm.
But there was something with her eyes as well. I don't know if she was getting double vision or what was happening with her eyes.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's all to do with the head. And sometimes I'm almost feeling that her speech was affected with this as well.
Yes.
But don't remember that. She said, remember the really, really fun side. Did she roller skate? Because she's now got these long white socks and roller skates on.
We went roller skating for her sister's birthday in December, and she passed in March.
Okay, thank you. All right. She shows me fun fairs. You call them Ferris wheels, don't you? The big round wheels that you get on and sit and they go up and over. That's some kind of a memory there for her as well. She shows me that. She loved Christmas because she shows me the Christmas trees. Shows me all the Christmas trees, and the fun times and the believing in the magical side of the world. She lived her life as best as she could, and she had a lot of fun. She wants to say to you, she thanks you for all you did for her. And all the hours of worry, of sitting and watching her suffer, she realizes all of that. But cast that away, take that out of your mind, and remember the fun times when she was fit and healthy. And I want to leave that memory of the white socks, because she's hilarious with these white socks that she keeps giving me. All right, and somebody did their hair with a hot iron and burnt their hair.
Didn't Brittany do that?
I don't know.
I think she did.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely because I can smell it. I can smell the burning. All right.
Okay.
I'm her memory and the memorial that you have for her. The memory and the memorial. Do you have a memorial stone or something with her picture on it? Or are you going to do that?
I have a glass pitcher with as a memorial for her.
Fine, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Do you? I want to say, do you smell her walking past you? Because she smells divine, and whether it was product, whether it was perfume, but I can smell this smell as she's walking about in front of me here.
Oh yeah,
She wants to know
definitely.
if you smell her there. Do you smell
Mhm.
her perfume? And that smile, she said, remember the smile that lit the room up, not the smile at towards the end of her life.
Yes, I miss that smile.
Yeah. And thank you for the music.
Okay. Yeah, we listen to music
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah. Thank you for the music. I'm going to leave that love with you, and bless you. And thank you so much for working
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thank you so much, Pauline.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
That's beautiful, Pauline. Well, we only have a couple minutes left. I don't know if you want to end or if you have anything else before we go.
Well, Irene, I really feel that your daughter is here. So can I come and work with you?
Sure, of course.
All right. As she comes in, I just feel that the essence of her is so strong here tonight. She's so anxious to want to come and talk to you. And I can see you with a book, and you're turning the pages, and you're writing, you're turning the pages. And she's showing me that. So what is this book you keep writing in?
Journaling.
Okay. All right. She says change direction, change direction. So is there something that you're thinking of doing but you haven't done it yet?
Yeah, the book that I don't have time to write.
She shows me, she takes me into your bedroom. Do you actually have a jewelry box with jewelry in it?
Yes, I do.
Because she takes me to this jewelry box, and I feel that in her life she was fascinated with jewelry.
Yes, she loved
Lip
it.
bracelets, rings, things like that. But she also talks about a hair slide. Did you put a hair slide in her hair?
She was always doing things with her hair. Yeah.
Right. She talks about the closeness that you and her had, so close. And she talks about, again, the pain she suffered, but tried not to let you see it.
Yes.
She says, come away from that, come away from that. Look at all the pictures, look at the fun times, look at the holidays. Something to do with going to the ocean. She calls it the ocean.
Yes, our favorite place is Hawaii, and we went many times together.
Fabulous.
She was a beach girl.
To the ocean, and I feel she wore shorts. I can see little flip-flop shoes on her feet. She was constantly not wanting. To me, it feels she was constantly complaining about her weight. Do you understand that?
No, because she ate whatever she wanted and never gained an ounce. So everyone would complain to her that she never.
Okay. I just feel she wanted to be a bit thin around her hips, because that's what she showed me. Show me her shorts, and she said I wanted to be smaller there. But a whole lot of fun. She suddenly brings a horse in here. Did you ever go riding with her? Was there riding?
No.
She never got on a horse.
Oh, well, birthday party when she was young. We had ponies for her. And
Fine. She got on a horse then.
She did. Yes, she did.
And she's just laughing. Is it you that likes to eat the chocolate, or did she?
She was a chocolate girl, and my husband, her stepdad, likes chocolate.
Okay. And when she went on the beach, did she ever do that suntan cream that sort of like makes like warrior lines on your face and like the wrong coloured stuff, but the kids love it?
Yeah, the zinc. She would. She was so fair.
Yeah, she just shows me that with these lines on her face here, and laughs and laughs. Her eyes lit up when she saw sparkly things. That's why, again, I want to be drawn to the jewelry, the sparkly things. She loved them. But she also loved the sort of, I don't know whether I want to say the hippie type of look, the real casual look.
She was a tie-dye girl.
Yeah, the casual look, because that's what I can see her in now. Comes with so much love. The month of May, Irene, is important here as well. May.
Okay.
That's a very English name, but I just feel it's the month of May. She's taking me to the end of May, something towards the end of May.
Her godmother's anniversary, she was very close with my sister, is May 28th.
Fine, thank you
It's
very
a
much.
big anniversary.
Yeah, I was going to hit May the 26th only because it's my birthday. So what else do you want to say, young lady? I do feel that after she passed, you found her things in different places, like an odd shoe or something that wasn't there, but suddenly it was.
There were things everywhere. I found things for years.
Yeah. And did she ever have, we call them in England, Wendy houses, little house that you play in the garden?
Outdoor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In England, we call them Wendy houses, but she says she's given it to me as a Wendy house so I can.
Little Tikes when she was younger.
Yeah. Right. And suddenly she's got a rabbit here. She's got a rabbit, but it almost feels as if it's like a magician bringing a white rabbit out of a hat.
There's been a lot of magic going on in the house lately, so that might be just a reference to magic.
Just magic. I do feel that she'll bring you, we call them apports, where they dematerialize, rematerialize and put them on the floor. You'll find something on your carpet or something somewhere, and I want to know about it next time I come on and talk to you.
I already found it.
You've already got it.
I woke up one morning when we moved into this house, and we built a house, so it's a brand new house. And I woke up on my birthday a couple of years ago with a very small statue of an angel with long blonde hair sitting on my night table. And I have put it on Facebook. I've showed it to every one of her friends, everyone in my family, and no one has any idea what it is.
It's an apport. Believe me, she's done that. It's magical, it's mystical, it's fabulous. The spirit world are amazing people. Thank you, Irene, for working with me.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to take up time from other people.
And thank you very much, everybody else, for working with me, for coming to see me. And God bless you all, and know that your children are there for you.
Well,
I'm sorry I couldn't get around more.
I've allowed everyone, please unmute yourself and thank Pauline. And this is just wonderful. And Pauline's volunteering the first Thursday of every month at 3
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I hope.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Glad Carly came.
Thank you, Kathy, for helping me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, that was something, Pauline, because